Hello students, welcome to Inside Second Initiative. In this video, we are going to discuss about weekly current issues week number 17. In case if you miss out the previous weeks, please find out those videos in the playlist of weekly current issues. By the way, in today's video, we are going to discuss about following 5 topics. Let me read out these topics and how they are related to your preparation. Maldives and India relations, it is related to IR. Jurisdiction of Lokpal, it is related to polity and governance. Sickle cell disease related to SNT. CERT-In related to internal security as well as IT. Nirbhay cruise missile, it is related to defense and security related issues. So we are going to discuss about following 5 topics. Now without any further delay, let us discuss about Maldives and India relations. And you know that students, this particular video's PDF, it is included in the description of this particular video. Not only this, every video's the PDF file will be in the description. So in the description you can find the PDF link. Now let us see Maldives India relations. Why we are discussing now? Recently Maldives elected a new president named Mohammad Mizu. Of course, the election of the new president also caused the change of the political party, ruling party in Maldives. After the changing of political parties in Maldives, of course their stand regarding the foreign policy also changed. Now the present Maldives party, they are of course not in favor of India. That political party is in pro-China party. Previously they took stands somewhat pro-China in nature. Even this political party previously when they were in power, even they were more favorable and they inclined toward joining in the China's One Belt One Road policy as well. Now this president, newly elected president, he conveyed that the withdrawal of the Indian military from the soil of Maldives. Actually, there is no official exact figure of the India military personnel in Maldives. Whoever the Indian military personnel in Maldives, they are not armed one. They are only there to operate whatever the Dhruv helicopter we given to them. That helicopter is going to be useful to Maldives in terms of humanitarian aid as well as with respect to countering the drug trafficking. So that means India's military personnel in Maldives, they are not there for the defense or military intention. They are there only for the humanitarian assistance. Of course, India conveyed the same. Let's see what the future course of events would be. In this context, let us see what kind of political developments happened in Maldives in recent days. By the way, tell me students, during the Rajiv Gandhi time, when Maldives were attacked by some extremists, India helped to Maldives. What is the name of that operation? What is the name of that operation? Put your answer in the comment section. So why it is in news? Mohammad Mizu, the newly elected president of Maldives, formally requested the Indian government to withdraw the military personnel from the country. India presence mainly due to the operation of the aircraft, that is for the medical evacuation and counter drug trafficking purpose. If you remember, during the COVID times, we helped to Maldives. Not only that, when Maldives was facing the drinking water crisis at the time, India even supplied the drinking water as well. You know, Maldives is basically, it's a country which is based on coral reefs. It don't have natural soil. So that means it has to do the reverse osmosis of the ocean water, then only they will get the drinking water. This Mohammad Mizu, he is recently elected in the president election in the October of this year, and his victory, obviously, mainly he was riding on the debate about foreign presence in the Maldivian soil. His main slogan was to get Indian forces out of the Maldives. On that, he came into the power. And Maldives is a very small island. It is home to around 500,000 people. Previously, when this political party was in power, Maldives was very, very close to China. As the Chinese presence in Maldives, as it was rising, consequently, the same time, China's presence in Indian Ocean as well as the Pacific Ocean also raised. So China was seeing Maldives is a very pivot point for their maritime belt and road policy. Maritime policy. Till 2008, India and Maldives, we were having very good relations. At that time, president was Abdul Gayoom. After the election, after the tenure of the Abdul Gayoom, elections held in 2008, from there onwards, whoever became the president of Maldives, their main focus is only on the Maldives foreign policy agenda. Let's see, 2008 to 13, At that time, the political party which was in power, Maldivian Democratic Party, this party, and the president was Mohammad Nasheed. He and his associates, they used to have very good relation with India, pro-India government. 2013 to 18, Abdul Amin, Progressive Party of Maldives. The same party now, they've been re-elected to power. This political party are pro-China party. They were having very close association with the China. During that time only, even they joined with the Belt and Road policy as well. Now 2013-18, again power shifted back to the Maldivian Democratic Party, and president who elected as a president, Soli was elected as a president. He was very favorable to India. Now 2023, now the Progressive Party of Maldives, they've been re-elected. Now the relation between the India and Maldives, it is under the scanner. It is getting strained. Let's see. Just this is just a beginning only. Let's see how things will be unfolded. What is the India Out campaign? It was a campaign initially started in the ground by few NGOs. Later it took up into the social media, and this slogan is all about Indian forces should not be in the Maldives. That is about. But in fact, there is no significance Indian force on the Maldivian soil. But of course, you know how this kind of propagandas can be created. Meanwhile, in the recent times, in 2023 itself, India gifted a Dornier aircraft and 2 Dhruv advanced lighter helicopters as well as, and even we gifted even a patrolling vessel as well, so that this can be useful in their emergency times. So this is about India-Maldives relations and recent developments. Second topic, jurisdiction of Lokpal. You know the students, in India there are certain anti-corruption agencies. There are 3 premier anti-corruption agencies. The topmost one is the Lokpal, and the second one is CVC. Okay, CVC, Central Vigilance Commission. Then third one is the CBI. This Lokpal and Lokayukta is a result of the Lokpal movement done by the Anna Hazare. And Lokpal mainly it oversees the investigation related to corruption charges. But recently, one government officer, he died. Okay, and his wife asked for the Lokpal intervention. But Lokpal, they declined to intervene because it is related to criminal matters. But of course, they forwarded the complaint to the whoever the concerned department is there, to the department they forwarded this complaint. In this context, we will see some information regarding the Lokpal. Lokpal declined to enter into this case because it comes under the criminal jurisdiction rather than purely corruption related case. Now let's see. Lokpal of India, it is stated that they cannot consider complaint from the wife of a government official in Uttar Pradesh who died by suicide, and his wife, she was claiming that he committed suicide because of the pressure from the higher officials to sign on some of the documents related to Swadesh Darshan. Okay. So here Lokpal exercised its jurisdictional restraint, that you have to understand. What was the stand taken by the Lokpal? Lokpal was saying that it is having jurisdictional limitations regarding this UP case. And the Lokpal clarified that it lacks the authority to address complaint against the principal secretary because it comes under the criminal law and procedure. But in spite of that, it forwarded the complaint to the concerned department. Lokpal and Lokayukta, they were statutory bodies because they were created through Lokpal and Lokayukta Act 2013. Lokpal operates in the national level and Lokayukta operates in the state level. They are the statutory bodies. They perform functions such as ombudsman. That means they inquire into corruption allegations against certain public functionaries. Now let's see on whom they can initiate inquiries. And here you have to understand, students, Lokpal and Lokayukta, they don't have any investigating agencies. They will take the help of the CBI and the national level. Jurisdiction of the Lokpal and its power. Their jurisdiction covers Prime Minister Office, Ministers, MPs, Group A to Group D services, and even any public sector companies and any company which is controlled by central government as well as the state government. The Lokpal Act is mandating that all the public officials, they should declare their assets periodically and their close family members as well. And once Lokpal seek the help of the CBI, and when CBI initiated the investigation, even the transfer of the official investigating officer also it has to be informed to the Lokpal. That kind of accountability the investigating agency has to show towards the Lokpal. Now the topic number 3, sickle cell anemia. Why we are discussing about sickle cell anemia? First you have to understand what is sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is, in this particular condition, RBC will become sickle shape. Normally RBCs are biconcave in nature and they are very flexible so that they can squeeze into the blood vessels. But in the sickle cell anemia, which is a genetical disorder, because of this RBC's shape will become sickle shape and they lost the flexibility. Even they carry less amount of the oxygen, because they lost the flexibility they cannot squeeze through the blood vessel easily, so they form blood clots. Even they, because of this, certain body parts they don't receive the oxygen as well. Now the first time UK they developed, researchers in UK they developed the genetical treatment towards the sickle cell anemia. Here in this image you can see sickle cell anemia is mainly it caused due to the defect in hemoglobin gene. Abnormal hemoglobin gene, it resulted to hemoglobin M production. Because of this mutation RBC shape also will get changed, it become sickle shape. It is a genetical disease that you have to understand. Autosomal recessive disorder, normal hemoglobin biconcave and the sickle cell abnormal one. This sickle cell, this abnormal hemoglobin, the oxygen carrying capacity is very less, you know that. And of course RBC gets red color due to the hemoglobin, and hemoglobin don't contain the nucleus, you have to know that. Okay, UK drug regulator, they recently approved the world's first gene therapy treatment for sickle cell disease as well as the thalassemia as well. Thalassemia is all about the less amount of the RBC production, that is also related to. So this particular RBC and hemoglobin, they develop the gene therapy. Okay, let's see, through this gene therapy the defective gene can be corrected so that normal hemoglobin will be produced, so that the healthy status of the human being can be restored. Thalassemia is a treatable one, okay, whereas the sickle cell anemia is a genetical disease, it is not treatable so far. Let's see how the UK's gene therapy will work in reality. Sickle cell disease, like I said earlier, it is a blood disorder, it is due to the flawed hemoglobin, and hemoglobin is a molecule which is present in the RBC, which helps in carrying the oxygen to the rest of the body. And of course the oxygen which is transported to the entire body, which helps in the oxidation of the food material in the mitochondria, resulted to the production of energy which is stored in the form of the ATP, you know that. People who are suffering from this disease, they carry the hemoglobin S, which is present in the crescent shape. How does it affect the blood flow? Already I told you. Compared to the normal hemoglobin, normal RBC, the sickle shaped RBC, they lost their flexibility, that leads to blocking of blood flow to the rest of the body. What causes? This disease is caused by the defective gene, okay, which is popularly known as sickle cell gene. This can be possible only whether the gene responsible for the hemoglobin, if it is defective gene which is transmitted from both mother as well as father. When the two defective genes come from both mother and father, then only it will be expressed. If one gene is defective which is received from mother, normal gene received from father, then it will not be expressed. It will be only carrying condition. So when both the genes received from the respective parents, when they are abnormal, then only this disease will be reflected. Treatment at this time, only we have stem cell transplantation. Of course, the success ratio of this is also not absolute. Now let's see, this gene therapy can offer a good solution to the present condition. Thalassemia. Thalassemia is about the inherited blood disorder. In this, body does not make enough hemoglobin. When there is not enough hemoglobin, RBC cannot carry enough oxygen to the entire body. That is because of that, person feels tiredness always. If it is not treated, even it may lead to the death of the human being as well. But in spite of that, it is a treatable disease. Like I said earlier, the main therapy is chelation therapy as well as the blood transfusion at regular intervals. So this is about the topic number 3. Then let's see topic number 4, CERT-In. It is related to the cyber security And recently CERT-In, it is given a report that Google Chrome security features are being compromised. They are easily vulnerable to the security threats. Let's see what are the objectives of the CERT-In and what are the mandates. That means what are the duties of the CERT-In as well, we will check. India's cyber security watchdog, it is the watchdog related to the cyber security, and CERT-In, it is recently found that lot of multiple vulnerabilities in the popular Google Chrome operating search engine. CERT-In, it is a national nodal agency which is responsible for the computer security incidents, and it is also responsible to produce a regular reports regarding the cyber security. It works under the organization of Ministry of Information and Electronics and Technology. Objective, securing the Indian cyberspace foolproof. Because nowadays you know that entire economy and entire society is digital driven society and digital driven economy. In these times, maintaining the cyber security is very essential as well as very challenging as well. Okay, because nowadays the cyber wars are increasing a lot. CERT-In, it has been operational since January 2004. Objective, they try to prevent the cyber attack, they respond to the cyber attack, they minimize the damage due to the cyber attack, they reduce the national vulnerability to cyber attack, and they enhance the security awareness as well among the people. Their work spans to the individual as well as cyberspace of India. Even they help to the individual companies as well. CERT-In. The Information Technology Act 2000, it is mandating that CERT-In will be the nodal agency and it performs the following functions, such as it collects, analyze and spread the information related to cyber incidents, cyber attack incidents. It forecasts, it gives alerts related to cyber security. It also recommends emergency measures required to prevent the cyber attack, and it also issues guidelines regarding the information security and how information can be safeguarded. It provides services to both public as well as private sector. In order to that, it also gives help to the individuals and home users as well. So these are the functions performed by the CERT-In, and this is the recent observations made by the CERT-In. Now the last topic is regarding the cruise missile. Recently, we are injecting the Nirbhay cruise missile. You know that students, previously also I explained that there are two different types of missiles in general. One are ballistic missile, the second type is the cruise missile. The main difference is ballistic missiles, they go out of the atmosphere, troposphere, and they come back. That means their trajectory is very long distance and they are propelled with a rocket engine. Because they go out of the troposphere, they carry the oxygen fuel with them. Whereas the cruise missile, they operate in the troposphere and they operate with the rocket engine. And out of these two, this cruise missile, they will be more accurate and they can be worked with the fight and forget mechanism as well. So, but the main drawback in the cruise missile is the target range of the cruise missile is very less. With this Nirbhay, we can expand the target range of the cruise missile even up to 1000 kilometers as well. Let's see cruise missile and ballistic missile and cruise missile. But the ballistic missile advantage is even we can launch the intercontinental ballistic missile as well with a target range of even up to 5000 kilometers with missiles such as Agni 5. So these are the basic differences between the ballistic missile and as well as cruise missile. Let's see Indian Armed Forces. Recently they inducted the long range cruise missile with a range of 1000 kilometers. It's the long range subsonic cruise missile. It is first indigenously developed cruise missile. Let's see who developed this one. This one was developed by Bangalore based Aeronautics Development, which is a laboratory which is in association, it works with the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO. This particular Nirbhay missile, it is capable of deep penetration. It can strike high value targets with precision. Like I said earlier, cruise missiles have high range of precision. Even they can operate with the fight and forget mechanism as well. They travel at a speed of Mach 0.7 subsonic turbojet engine, and they use solid propellant booster for the more distance, and it can be armed with 200 to 300 kilograms warhead. And the interesting thing is, even it can carry the nuclear warhead as well. That means it can carry the nuclear weapons as well. It is guided by GPS or else Indian navigation system. It can be launched from multiple platforms, such as it can be launched from aircraft carrier and fighter jets as well as the tanks. Okay, this is the information regarding the Nirbhay missile. Now let's see yesterday's video question. Consider the following statement. Under the Article 350 of the Constitution, President can appoint a commission to investigate the condition of socially and educationally backward classes within the territory of India. It is 340. So first statement is wrong. Justice Rohini Commission related to subcategorization of BCs. Yes, that is right. Okay. So first one is the incorrect statement. Second is the right statement. Incorrect statement is one only. Now let's see today's video questions. Consider the following pairs: green ammonia, brown ammonia, blue ammonia. How many of the above statements are correct? Okay, pick the right one and the second statement. Consider the following statement regarding Sundarbans. Read the following three statements carefully and pick the right statement. Next one. Consider the following statement regarding the CRISPR technology. Read the following two statements and pick the incorrect statement. CRISPR technology. Next, aspartame recently seen in news is mainly used as what? Aspartame. And the last question is consider the following statement regarding a ROTEP scheme. What is this ROTEP scheme is related to? Okay, so these are the MCQ questions related to today's video. As we reach to the end of this video, let us do the quick recap. This video is about the weekly current issues of week number 17, and in this week we discussed about following 5 topics, and this is the detailed analysis regarding the weekly current issues week number 17. Thank you.